Wait, don't scroll. Napoleon Hill, the man who studied over 500 of the most successful people in history, revealed a secret most of the world ignores. He said there is one thing you must control before everything else in your life will fall into place. If you don't, success will always slip through your fingers. Stay with me until the end, because once you understand this, you'll see why Hill called it the master key to every other achievement. And if you want more powerful videos like this, subscribe now, hit like, and let this message stay close to your heart. The Forgotten Foundation. Imagine standing before a massive skyscraper. People marvel at the shining windows, the luxury inside, the view from the top, but no one stops to admire the foundation buried deep underground. Napoleon Hill understood that in life, people admire success, money, and influence, but ignore the one foundation that makes all of it possible. That foundation is self-control. And within self-control, there is one aspect more critical than all the others. He called it the control of your own mind. Why Control Matters. Hill spent more than 20 years interviewing men like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Andrew Carnegie, and dozens of others. He discovered a pattern. The greatest power of these leaders was not luck, talent, or connections. It was their ability to master their thoughts, emotions, and impulses. He wrote, "You either control your mind or it controls you, and that is the battlefield where success or failure is decided." The enemy. Think about the last time you felt overwhelmed with fear, anger, or doubt. Did those emotions help you move forward, or did they hold you back? Hill warned that uncontrolled fear is the single greatest obstacle to achievement. Fear of poverty, fear of criticism, fear of failure. They paralyze more dreams than lack of money ever could, and unless you control that inner voice, life will always feel like running in quicksand. If this message is resonating with you, pause for a second, hit like, and comment below with the word control. It might seem small, but by engaging, you're declaring to yourself and others, "I choose to master my mind." Let's continue. The seed of thought. Hill compared the human mind to a fertile garden. Whatever seeds you plant, whether positive or negative, will grow. If you allow weeds of doubt, envy, and fear to spread unchecked, they will choke out every good seed. But if you deliberately plant courage, gratitude, and purpose, you create an unstoppable harvest. The key, Hill said, is not to let outside forces plant in your garden. Advertisers, critics, pessimists, and even friends will try to scatter weeds in your soil. Only you decide what grows. The power of focus. Hill emphasized that thoughts, when focused with discipline, become magnets. He called it definiteness of purpose. When your mind is under control, energy flows in one direction, burning through obstacles like a laser. But when your mind is scattered, you lose power. Like sunlight diffused instead of concentrated through a magnifying glass. The one thing you must control first is the direction of your own thoughts. Stories of control. Consider Henry Ford. When people mocked his idea of building an affordable car for the masses, he did not allow ridicule to take root in his mind. He trained his thoughts to stay fixed on his vision until the Model T became reality. Or take Thomas Edison. Thousands of failed experiments could have planted seeds of discouragement, but Edison refused. He said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That is not luck. That is disciplined control of the mind. If you're still here, it means you're hungry for transformation. Write in the comments, "I will control my mind." This is more than engagement. It's a declaration. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time, because what comes next may change the way you face tomorrow. The battle of desire versus discipline. Napoleon Hill explained that desire is the starting point of all achievement. But without discipline, desire burns out like a match in the wind. He warned that uncontrolled habits, whether of spending, eating, speaking, or even thinking, become chains that enslave you. Control does not mean repression. It means directing your desires like a river channeled to generate power, instead of a flood destroying everything. Practical steps to control the mind. Hill gave several timeless practices. Guard your environment. Surround yourself with people and ideas that uplift, not drain. Choose your words. Speak only what aligns with the life you want, for words are crystallized thoughts. Daily auto-suggestion. Reprogram your subconscious by repeating affirmations of strength and purpose. Meditation and prayer quiet the noise and remind yourself that you are not a slave to impulse. Each of these is a tool, but the master tool is awareness. Without awareness, the mind wanders. With awareness, the mind obeys. The cost of neglect. Hill warned, those who fail to control their mind become controlled by outside circumstances. They live in reaction, tossed by waves of opinion, fear, and doubt. They chase trends, seek approval, and never discover their true purpose. It is like leaving the steering wheel of your life in someone else's hands, and then wondering why you never reach your destination. The secret within you. Here is Hill's ultimate truth. The mind is the only thing on earth you have absolute control over. Not the weather, not the economy, not even other people, but your own mind. That is your kingdom. And if you master it, you master your destiny. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, who has been controlling my mind, me or my fears? If this video spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear Napoleon Hill's warning. Like this video, subscribe, and keep this channel close to your heart. Because the journey to success begins here, with the one thing you must control first. And remember Hill's words, you either control your mind or it controls you. The choice is yours.